Hello everyone. This is an introduction video to C++ programming and Python programming. Here we are going to be learning about C++ basic syntax as well as Python basic syntax along with some definitions. What is a programming language? Programming language is something in which we give instructions to computer. There are several programming languages like C++, Python, Java, etc. Today we are going to be talking about C++ and Python. What is C++ programming language? It is a way to give instructions to computer. C++ is mainly used in game development, operating system, 3D visualization, etc. Python, on the other hand, is used in machine learning, data analytics, and AI related projects. C++ requires a lot more control. Codes are very lengthy. Python, on the other hand, is very simple. There are element libraries provided to us, so we don't need to worry much. Let's see the syntax. So the very first line, whenever you select a language C++20 here, once you do that, you will find that hash include iostream is written. What is that? If you want to manage output, print something on the screen, or like take an input of an element, then you have to write this. The very next line, using namespace standard. What is this? I have to write this so that I can ensure that I can use some commonly given features of C++, like cout, cin. Very commonly, cout is commonly used to print something on the screen. This particular compiler, if I want to print something, cout will be used. Let's see how will this work. So right now, something is already printed before because I was using this compiler. Hence, there is already something printed before. Let's print something else like hello world. What happens when you run this piece of code? It prints hello world on the screen. Suppose I print hello world again. Then it will print hello world on the screen again side by side. What if I want to move the cursor to the next line and print it? So I will write ENDL. What it means? End the line and move the cursor to the next line. So once you print hello world once, it will move the cursor to the next line after printing D. Same thing will happen here. After this hello world, the cursor will move to the next line. Now, there are some variables like integer, float, string. What are these? Integer holds an integer value. Float will hold decimal related 1.8, 1.9, 2 point something. String is basically, this is a string. What is this? Several characters embedded together in a double quote kind of a structure. We call it a string. Definition is something different, but for that we need to learn something more. For now, if you want to understand what string is nothing but a data type which holds some characters embedded together within a double quote. How do you declare them? Int x is equal to 5, int y is equal to 3, float x1 is equal to 4.8, string str is equal to ton. Let's understand what are conditionals. So if a condition is working, then it will do something else, it will print something. Okay. So if a particular condition works, then it will go inside line number 11. Otherwise, it runs the else block. What is a block? Something with an opening and a closing bracket. Okay. If that is very, very clear, let's write if given variable x, if that is equal to 6, then I will cout good work, else I can cout bad, and I can write an end line in both of the cases. So this is an if and else block. There can be multiple if else if blocks. So if else if x is equal to 8 and else cout no. You can see there can be multiple if else blocks. Depends how you structure your code and write conditions. The code will run from line 5 till it will run very last line. Whenever you hit the run button, the code inserts the main function. This is a function, something with a name and opening and closing bracket. it is a function. Okay, I hope that is clear. Let's see the same thing in Python. So in Python, if you want to print something, we don't need to worry much about semicolon and syntaxes. You can also write print hello world in double quotes. Both of them will work without any problem. If I print the same thing again, let's see what happens. So hello world moves to the next line, you can see. What if I want to print it in the same line? So what I can do, I can add a comma and let's say I write 14. I add a comma, let's say I write 21. So what happens? Using comma, ensure that whatever I'm trying to print, it prints in the same line. Okay, I hope that is clear. Same way, you can declare variables. In Python, you don't need to worry how variable will be declared because internally it specifies the type. We can just give it a name and assign the value. X is equal to 5, Y is equal to Kanha, Z is equal to hello, or like true, false if you want to, depending like what kind of value you want to store here. 5.6 for example. So what I will check if X is equal to 6, I have to put a colon every time. Print I else print by. We don't need to worry about colon here. It's just a practice. That's why I have a habit of adding colon. In Python, you don't need to. If you run this piece of code, this is how it will work. It prints hello world 14, hello world 21. It declares three variables x, y, and z. X is of integer type, y of float type, and float is basically decimal type, and y is of basically string type, holding several characters together within a specific double quote. So if x is equal to 6, in order to compare anything, we use double equals. Okay. If I want to use operators and operator or operator, how will I do that? X is equal to 6 and x is not equal to 8. What it means? Basically, what I'm trying to say is x, let's say I write in the condition x is not equal to 10. So in AND operator, this is an operator. It checks several conditions altogether. In AND operator, what happens? Left side condition and the right side condition to the operator should be true. So what it means, if this condition is true and this condition is true, then the overall condition will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. This happens with AND operator. If you want multiple blocks here, then you write elif, and then you specify the condition elif x not equal to. So this is how you write not equal to 9. This is how you write not equal to in Python. So in OR operator, any one of the condition needs to be true. Either this condition is true or this condition is true. If any one of them is true, it will go inside the if block. Otherwise, it will check the very next block. Else if x is 8, then this will run. If x is not equal to 6 and x is not equal to 6, and or basically x is equal to 10. If the opposite thing happen, then the condition are not satisfied. If any of that is there and x is not equal to 8, then only the else block will run. When will the x block run? So x block will run when x is not equal to 6 and x is equal to 10 and x is not equal to 8. If that is the case, or you can like write any of the variable definitions depending upon you. I'm just trying to say how this is working. If x is not equal to 6, x is 10 and x is not equal to 8. That is true. If that is the case, then any of these conditions are not passing. If conditions are not passing, then the else block will run. So if you run this piece of code, let's see how it will print hello world, declare three variables, and then and a string, like which is basically several characters together in under double quotes. After that, it prints good work. Why? Because x is actually what? X is equal to 6? No, x is not equal to 6. Is x not equal to 10? Yes, that is true. X is actually not equal to 10. X is basically 5. X is not equal to 6. X is not equal to 6 at the same time. So this condition is false. So condition 1, if I can say, condition 1 is false. But what is the condition 2 in the OR case? x is not equal to 10. So that means x is 5. So condition 2 is true. So if you do or operator, then the overall answer of this particular query will be true as per the law. So that's what the operator laws are. That's it for this lecture. We did a bit of introduction and we understood the syntax. That's it. Take care. Bye bye. See you guys in the next lecture.